And we're live. Welcome back, everybody. Dipcatcher Radio back again. Late night stream. We did an early morning stream today. That was fun. We were mainly just kind of going over Poly's progress, which we should probably revisit now. And then we'll talk a little bit about what wtFTX is going on. Pretty crazy. Truly hilarious. This has to be one of the largest falls from grace ever, right? Like, was an SBF just being heralded as this like genius. I think that like he was supposed to be the controlled opposition. I think that I wouldn't say plant, because like, he was in the game, but I think that due to his donation track record and just kind of his general who he is as a person, I think that the status quo incumbent saw him as controlled opposition. And that's why the likes of, I see the name of all the investors. Hoya, Tiger, BlackRock, Tom Brady, Deep State, Giselle, Deep State, like the who's who, and you know they had others, including Binance. Let's see if we can find a full list of on Twitter. Maybe say BlackRock, Sequoia. Okay, FTX investors right here. Let me show you. BlackRock, Ontario Pension Fund, Sequoia, Paradigm, Pound Howard, Coin. But that's a big one, and I've always said this, and I actually kept a lot of real life trends out of crypto late in this cycle last time. Like everyone only asks me when the price is trading. And I'm like, look, all these celebrities are showing shit, and like that's not what you want to buy. So, because like the celebrities are the ones who get like last. If you're a celebrity, if you're Tom Brady, you're not a sophisticated technology or financial professional. You're a football player, and so it's like when Tom Brady and his wife, now ex-wife, I guess, put $650 million into something. It's like that's like what makes the pop. It's like that type of capital injection is like what drives the valuations high. And so, it's kind of funny that like I'd always describe the celebrity class feeling crypto as like a top sign, and then it's kind of just how it's played out, where celebrities that feel that they're mega wrecked. And it's also, pretty, it shows just how difficult it is to just outcompete holding tokens, right? Like Tom Brady and Giselle could have put that money into, in cryptos at the time, and they'd be down, 85, 95%, but at least they still have the coin. They're actually worth it. That's really good data. It really totally wiped out, and they have to restructure and they are take a wreck. So it's actually very difficult to outperform. But even like if you do the worst case scenario, like Tuesday scenario, you know investing in a company, it goes bust, it truly goes to zero. Whereas investment point, you buy the very top. You still live to fight another day. The longest there's a fight. So I wonder how that changes. Yeah, imagine being the guy that had brought the investment from Tom Brady. Like, I bet there's some guy out there who, like, honestly, he's probably one of us. He probably got in 2017, got wrecked. 2018, kind of, stayed in the game. 2018, 2019, allocating, kind of, reset. Then 2020 made it in DeFi. 2021 made it broadly. And then that guy that Tom Brady saw like performing well, he probably like was like in getting Tom Brady in the loop with this stuff. And then here we are, not even a year later. That's August. So when was that? Sorry about that, guys. So that's pretty wild, but that's markets, right? I mean, so in general, I think that the real problem was that as an exchange, they were doing something that's called rehypothecation. So what rehypothecation is it's when, the traditional definition is when banks and brokers use for their own purposes assets that have been posted as collateral by their clients. Clients who permit rehypothecation of their collateral may be compensated either through a lower cost of borrowing or a rebate on fees. So it's not in the sense that like the user's assets on FTX are their collateral, even though it can be. Like if you're using FTX for margin trading, like you're using those assets as collateral, but just, so it's not limited to assets that are actively being used as collateral, just any assets that they are in possession of. That it's kind of theirs, or at least they were acting as if it was theirs. And if they have a big hole in their balance sheet due to kind of this spending spree, because just weeks ago it appeared as if they were going to be the ones bailing out all these firms, and that they were the ones that had the cash and that they could take possession of these other crypto companies, and they were going to be the ones that consolidate all the power going into the next cycle. But maybe that, but that's just what we saw, right? Because it's like they had strong media backing. They had, they were viewed as like the smartest people in the room, and so they, it's like people were very willing to just parrot that message, and apparently that wasn't the case. Or maybe, per their models, they're like, okay, well, this all works provided that these prices don't hit on certain assets. And then when those assets did hit those prices, then it might have blown up their model. But, that's the risk of holding your assets on centralized exchanges, is that you don't really know where they go. That's why DeFi, like true DeFi where you're in possession of the keys, or if assets are being used, they're being used per the rules of a smart contract that you opt into. It's more critical now than ever. It's pretty wild. I mean, let's think about. So, what are all the things that went wrong this year? So there was the Luna collapse. Let's see. Wow, it's pretty. I didn't know this. Luna was early 2019. Wow. Okay, so (2021). He said that wasn't an issue. And then say 2022. Let's see. So March. Wow, okay, look at that. So Luna blew up in May of 2021. So that was a big one. So it's pretty amazing that Maximus has been rolling out products amidst all the calamity. Maxi launched on April 15th. So amidst this calamity here, it's like Maxi launched. The Maxi stick started May 1st. Then a week later, Luna starts to unwind. And then Luna caused, so there was Luna, then there was the 3AC collapse. So that happened. This is good. So all this, so Terra happened. That kicked off this whole issue with 3AC going under. All these lenders who are giving them money on PDF, on literally PDF documents that said that they owned collateral that was worth some amount. They're getting huge loans from all these firms. Like all these companies that were promising users like 8% on your deposits. It's like the only way to get 8% was to lend in huge quantities to groups like 3 Arrows Capital. And so all that was happening. So that was kind of in the downtime between Maxi and Team. So that all kind of failed. I remember that was really, at least Voyager started because my cousin was on Voyager and he lost like 40K. But I warned him in time. He was able to get out like 60K, luckily. Could have been way worse. But that happened. And then we launched Team of the Perpetuals. And then what else? What other calamitous thing was there? Who else went insolvent? I mean, this is like a bit, because there was like all these things happening kind of all at once. But, and FTX had to have been impacted by that. That was probably the beginning of the end with FTX, and they just. Andrew Reynolds says, I have a theory that BlackRock architected this crash. SBF is the stooge face to blame, but if you were BlackRock, you'd be on a shopping spree now, not just crypto exchanges. Yeah, could be. Like those people are savvy and they're ruthless. And so that absolutely could be the case. Let's see what's up in the chat. Nice Sunny's dip catcher. Thank you, UFO. Swizzle says, dip catcher, save us. Party. Keep money on a centralized exchange, exit liquidity for these motherfuckers. Yeah, that's right. Like use the centralized exchange for going in and out, but just don't keep your money there. What's up? Music loud. Sorry guys. I disagree. These aren't simple mistakes. They're obfuscated liquidity scams and theft. Yeah, I mean, just think about it. Like, so FTX, I mean, I think what happened is, so they have their Alameda, that's like the adjacent hedge fund. I think that like Alameda must have been in some type of strait, and then FTX maybe lent money to Alameda to like cover their positions, but maybe Alameda just got liquidated, and then FTX had relinquished some of the user funds to that, and then maybe they had some other credit agreement that fell through, or some other financing that fell through all at the same time. But yeah, I mean, the end result is, where did that money go? It's user funds, it's lent out to Alameda. Alameda uses it as collateral to make trades. So whoever Alameda's creditors are, they get that money. So yeah, maybe they're like these loan sharks that just know that there's these firms that have big backing, where if they need a little more extra collateral, they can maybe scrape some together, and they know that that the loans are gonna go bunk. But if they actually have the collateral, maybe they just get yoinked. But yeah, someone ends up with the money, and it's not the users of the platform, for sure. Keep your eye on Pantera as well. Read the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. I'm really tired. LOL. UFO to go. Says smoking. Puff puff pass. Yeah, when we come into the government, we're gonna ban all drugs, ban alcohol, ban tobacco, but we're gonna require marijuana. All the like mask mandates or vaccine mandates, just replace that with marijuana. It's like, if you're a nurse and you want to keep your job, you got to hit the blunt. If you want your kindergartner to be able to go into the classroom, he's got to hit the bong on the way in. If you want to go to a restaurant, they'll check your QR code to make sure you blaze kush that day. Just kidding. No, I'm actually moving away from that, like more in the direction of very strict anti-drug policy. I don't think there's anything good in it. I'll take that. They offered Elon Musk 15 bill, boy. Who did? This isn't. Oh yeah, when he was trying to get. That's crazy how they're all like it's just like the same cast of characters. This isn't a crypto winter. This is a crypto ice age. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Paris Hilton mood. Tracy. It's so funny that like all these groups that were either anti-Hexican or just like never said anything about Hex, it's like they all went insolvent, and like every single, it's like there's this like there's kind of like that like crypto Twitter like cool kid crowd, like the Kobe's, the Up Only, and just like the general crypto people on crypto Twitter. It's how is it that literally every single entity that they elevated on this pedestal literally went insolvent? It's insane. Three Arrows Capital, SBF, like. Meanwhile, the Hexicans, it's like, okay, we're down 95% from the all-time highs, but it's what that really means is that we basically gave up the last 20x of a 10,000x move. Like, fuck it. Like, we gave up the last 20x of a 2-year nonstop bull market. Just gave back those gains. Retraced to April of 2021. It's like, okay, that's the worst that happened. Meanwhile, SPF sits on the beach in the tax-free island with 100 million fiat in his back pocket. Yeah, that dude, He knows that he probably just doesn't have to pay anything back. Oh yeah, Celsius. Literally all the anti-hexagons. Justin Sun just hinted he might save FTX in Samritude. See, I'd support that. Just, like, the thing is like SBF, he was like a newcomer. He got started in crypto in 2017, and he started FTX I think in 2019. So he's like a relative newcomer. Justin Sun's been around, and he's only outperformed. Like, Justin Sun has massively outperformed across many different segments of DeFi. And Tron just works. When have you ever heard of a problem with Tron? So I think I do have a lot of respect for Justin Sun. Just like the survivorship, it's like he just keeps pushing, never really caused any problem. What problems have you ever heard Justin Sun causing? He's there making money, and he's good. So I think Justin Sun is and he likes to insert himself into things, and so maybe that's what this is. I think people don't like him because they think he's like a Chinese plant. But I have love for our Chinese brothers and sisters, so I would never cast that judgment on him because I know he's in the crypto game. So Voyager, notice how it's a Chinese. Wasn't CZ like, he looks, I mean, he's of that descent, but I don't think he is like anything related. Isn't he from California? And he lives in Malta or something, Portugal or something. You think SPF's just like Mt. Gox guy, Carpella see it, but won't run up to it? I don't know. I bet he will. I mean, it's like you can't, like the Carpellis thing, like that was so long ago, and that was like before crypto was like a big thing. I don't know. I think SPF is good. I think he'll own up to it. Weren't we supposed to see the Mt. Gox trustee release? I don't know. I mean, there's no reason that those types of proceedings would be in any way efficient. So who knows? Pump right now on Hedrin. What's it looking like? Is there? Is it a pump? Not sure what you mean. I see no pump, but that's okay. The fact that a coin that you can get for free is above zero is a pump. So I'm very pleased with Hedrin's performance. Only down 50% from the highs, it's nothing. That is interesting that Poly launched November 5th and the Hedrin price has gone down 30%. But I mean, everything has, who cares? Are the same financial backers with 3C or some in common with the FT? Yeah, it's like all the same circle. They're all the same people. And none of them are hexagons. Alameda researches the rat here. They make themselves out to be the victim, but no, they were. Yeah, they probably just were over-levered. Over-levered, made bad trades. Thought they had some type of advantage that turned out not to be. What up, Dip Catcher chat? Thank you. Maddie said if you calculate the bottom BTC minus the grayscale discount equals 11K. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the grayscale discount has to do with that, but library SEC ruling. Yeah, but who really get? I said it. You should listen back to my stream with Max, and that's just like what I feel about like SEC to me is like that's like the it's like the least of the concerns. The CXs are the robbers and everything in DeFi crashed. I mean, things in DeFi fail all the time. But yeah, look at Richard's thread of things that fail in DeFi. There's a lot. Everyone must smoke 2 joints a day and take half mushroom a day. Maybe the joints, but not the mushrooms. I think psychedelics are really bad. It's it's bullshit. It turns your brain to mush. You don't need that. I see some grass-fed ground beef. You don't need mushrooms. You don't need acid. You don't need any of that bullshit. It's horse Christ. LMAO. I hit the blunt. If your kindergartner wants to go to school, he's got to hit the blunt. I mean, I don't know what that. I've never done shrooms, but that sounds like a lot. 3 point, follow the money where it went. Mark to the rug pull. SPF got paid either way. I mean, CZ was part of it. Probably the lenders, honestly. Like if you have a client, because I mean, think like if you're a lender, like that's your business and your customers are the borrowers. So if you have a customer who like is having trouble, and if you can get them to post a little bit more collateral, like perhaps you can like take possession of that. But it's like the collateral they had was garbage, and I think it was rehypothecated numerous times over, and it was their own token. See, that would be like, what's a good example? Like, it would be like if, what's a good, I don't know. It would be like if the OA started a business in real life and took on a bunch of debt and pledged Hex as collateral. But I mean, Hex would actually be better than FTT. But it's like you pledge something that's illiquid as collateral that you overinflate the value, so you can get big loans. But then because you overinflated it, anytime that like market prices in reality, then you're screwed. So I don't know. Also, I mean, when you look at let's see if we can look at the team. These people. He's 30. He's my age. We actually lived right near each other at one point. Child. Okay, that guy, a regulatory officer. Fucking dweeb. That guy looks like a child. Where's the rest? Alameda team. Oh my god, it's down. The site's down. See if we can find. Oh yeah, so child. Child. Same person. He left. That's funny. He left like a couple months ago. I wonder if SBF is married. Sam Bankman-Fried wife. I think he's married. Look at these smoke shows on stage with him. It's pretty funny. SPF is missing a herd. I thought that was bullshit when I saw it, but who knows? What would you do if you lost $16 billion of net worth? What would you do? It's my boy. Self-awareness is all it needs. Yeah. We'll have to look into who runs Almy Research, Terra Capital. They're all working together. Alright guys, if I ever start looking like this, someone's got to stop me. I don't care what I'm doing. If I ever start looking like this, please, someone step in. So much hate for Poly. I haven't did 100 million more. I feel like the hate is kind of subsided. Everyone kind of said what they had to say, and then they all realized that they were wrong. And so, who cares? I thought the CCV absorbed Tron. I don't know. Did it? So how does SBF acquire 15 billion on paper since 2017? I smell fake capital. I've already get more. Yeah, literally, it's all fake. It's literally fake. I don't need to buy FTX. That was insolvent. Yeah. So I mean, they could be insolvent, but the business itself could be massively profitable. Like the exchange business. Pump, 15-minute chart. So the daily noise is what you're calling a pump. Xers Hedrin looking pretty bullish to me. Congrats on the poly pool so far. Let's see how that's going. $471 billion Hedrin. 38.7 ETH in the water bucket. Jesus. 395 billion. Where does that let us stack up in the Hedrin Etherscan? Okay, so we're number 19. Wow, there's a big gap up to the next largest. It's not the pool. Wow, so we are breaking out of this like mid-tier and we're approaching the upper echelon. See, the thing is, so we have the budget of 395 billion Hedrin. So that's about $1 million. How many of these people that have this much Hedrin? It's like if you already have that much Hedrin, you probably aren't just trying to part with it for more hex exposure. Most of the Hedrin holders have massive hex exposure. That's the only way you get that much Hedrin, is by already having massive hex exposure. So we may be able to actually not face a lot of competition, because it's like, if you're that large, do you really just need that incremental more hex? Those people are offloading hex. They're not loading up on hex. So we may just do that. The occasional space travel is just so enjoyable though. And if that's the case, then just like go to sleep and have a dream. You don't need that. It fries your brain. I think it literally makes people stupider. I think people think that it makes them feel inspired, but they're really just getting stupider. Hexless, it sounds like you're doing Dokkan now. What music you got on Spotify share? It's like free royalty-free music that I got from a site called Epidemic Sounds. Has there been any early end stakes for the perps yet? Not very much, but there have been. Did you hear the FTX legal team apparently bailed? Yeah, maybe they're in trouble. Maybe they were like covering up for something or providing misrepresentations, or maybe they were involved in the funny business, or maybe they orchestrated the funny business. FTX is run by a bunch of kids in the dweebs, say no more. Yeah, we can't relate. Truly. I mean, we're kids too, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm 30 now. What's that video? I'm a man. I'm 40.
Because it's garbage, and the editor that let it come out is garbage. Attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me.
I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 30. That's great. Yes, we have married his cat. I no wonder he must be swimming in pussy. See, I wonder what like is dating like, either, who knows? I don't know anything about his like personal life at all, and you don't want to just guess, but like I don't, and also it's like if you have that much, well, I guess he doesn't have that much money anymore. If you had that much money, it's probably really hard to date. Like, and I bet Richard experienced it too. Like, how do you trust? It's like I feel lucky that I met my wife in 2011. No, earlier than that. Like 2010, 2011. And so like there's like deep-rooted, long-lasting trust. And I could not imagine being like a billionaire then trying to like meet a woman. Like how could you even like establish that? Like, 'cause I feel like you I don't know, there's something about like the trust establishment that I think is important, that must be hard. And I wonder if like I mean there he is here, but also, if you're a really smart guy, which I guess maybe he's not, but you can probably be smooth, or like know how to work it, or like, maybe he plays into his personality or something, and just makes it happen. But I don't know. I don't think that like if you're trying to get rich to get girls, I feel like that's like kind of a wasteful pursuit, because like all the hot girls are just with the hot dudes. Like hot girls want hot dudes. And like the hottest of hot girls are going to go for the hot rich dudes. And so I don't think being rich is enough. I really don't. But who knows? Maybe other people. Maybe he's in the Bahamas. Yeah, he's probably at the beach. Looking at these buds picture the dual sparkly LV bag, not so bad. You know what I mean? SPF was married to crypto until he got a divorce. SPF likes cheap ass hookers. No, honestly, I bet he has like a really cute girl that he's known for years. That's probably the case. I would change my parents and move to faraway countries like Peru, Tibet, Mongolia, somewhere in Africa. See, if something like that happened to me, I would just own it and then just like come back with like the next thing. It's like if you just give up, then it's like, okay, that's like true failure. But if you like keep pushing and keep trying, then you can have your redemption. So SBF actually beat Zuckerberg's record for the most personal wealth a person has ever lost in the faster. Yeah, maybe. Looking forward to this weekend HSI buyback party. Hope you kick back and enjoy it. You see the work is done. Yeah, I guess the last thing I need to do is just finish up this dashboard that I'm giving to the executor with some helpful tools like ICOSA HSI analysis tools. You have to be logged in. You guys aren't seeing this. You guys can see this data because like you could reasonably pull this data, but this competitive analysis, and then unleash the beast. What could this be? What do you guys think? What do you guys think this unleash the beast tab on the executor's private bidding dashboard is? What do you think this is? What is the beast? What could the executor do with so much water? It feels like people are degenerating into it. Anything, truly anything. They could literally anything. All things are possible. The thing that I'll probably write into the suggestion box for the executor is that they should add some of the ETH to a end state gas pool that I am creating. So like a pool that trustlessly reimburses the end stakers. SBF looks like the Saw movie guy. Kind of does. Top 20, congrats, that's right. Bring some pics up and put it side by side. Okay, let's see. Let's see, slides, not new. Insert image, search web, Sam Bankman. And then Saw movie. Is that it? Yeah. One of these. That's funny. He literally does. Where's the one where you see the hair? Oh my god. Let's see if we can flip. That's so funny. Good idea. Let's tweet it out. What should we caption it? Saw Bankman Fried. Good idea, Pepe. Aren't there 144 trillion Hedrin? So if a 1 trillion burn isn't that much, am I wrong? Well, so here's where the burn can be substantial. So there's only 113 trillion Hedrin, but 44% of it is source address, and then the Hedrin deployer is also another 2%. So like the Hedrin, system addresses, which basically you should assume that, or at least my working assumption is that those are effectively just like dual tokens, that they're not for sale, so they basically don't exist. So if you remove those from the circulating supply, then that puts it at about like 70 trillion tokens. And so 1 out of 70, especially if like those addresses aren't bidding on HSIs, then it's only it's like a 1% burn, and yeah, the thing that I think everyone's kind of coming to the assumption that burn does not mean pump. The buying is the pump, the burn is not the pump. Like, so much of the buying for like this event right here, it's coming up on the 13th. It was made known sometime in June or July. ICOSA was coming out, and so this was the pump, because people were preparing for the burn, or like buying their Hedrin, or otherwise just not selling the Hedrin in preparation for this upcoming event. So the pump is kind of already priced in. And then after the fact, once the it's like the supply will be burned, maybe there'll be more kind of bearishness here, just because every day goes by there's a ton of Hedrin coming out, but then on the next pump, all the coins that were burnt are now not available to be sold. So perhaps that reduces some of the pressure from above, but still, like, the only thing that drives a pump are buyers. So we probably saw that. How does Team fit in with Poly? So Team is the growth engine, just like the pools were. So it's incentivized with about 1% of the Hedrin up front, and then 1% of the hex on the tail end. And it should be more. Every time I roll something out and Team gets paid, my only regret is that it should at least be tripled. I think the Team deserves like 3 to 4% of the Hedrin, but it's immutable. Can't change it now. And that 1%, it's split amongst Team Stakers Year 1, Team Stakers Year 2, and the mystery box. So, how you get along with our OG ICOSA friends? I mean, I get along great. It's like, what? I mean, I'm an OG iCoSA person too, right? I think that there was pushback because we definitely challenged their paradigm. It's like everyone just unanimously thinks that like the whole iCoSA recycle thing is like the only thing good. And here I am like saying, oh, we're going to implement a strategy where we don't get iCoSA, where we just hold the hex stake and we stake Hedrin. And they're just like shocked. And I think they're kind of protective of the whole thing. And I was kind of pushing their buttons too. Because like when you have truth on your side, it's like none of the opposition was rooted in anything real. It was all just like their own personal emotions and feelings. And also like when people are acting stupid or psychotic, I actually love matching their energy. Like if someone's acting foolish, just saying bullshit, it's like I do kind of like to meet people where they're at. So I may have been antagonizing a little bit, which I maybe shouldn't have, but it was fun. And the end result was, I don't know. I'm pretty certain that most of them have come around, and people that were hating on it before are probably gonna admit the Hedrin pump before on 11/13. Like I said, the pump already happened. I think the pump may have already happened, and then maybe if bidding gets competitive and like people need to buy more Hedrin to bid, but by now it's like, who hasn't already heard about it that's going to participate in these auctions? So, maybe there will be some type of like relief pump, but I don't know. A lot of seldom news going on. Who the hell is that? One trill's minimum. Yeah, I mean, here, let's look at this. So let's pull. I mean, let's just pull all of them, like all the ones that I pulled in. So ones that have been sold to iCoSA in the last day are not on this list. But let's just say like all the meaningful ones, because there's a bunch that are like less than like 100. So everything more than 1,000 hex. And then day 260 to, I think the last day last day is 90 days from now. So that would be, I don't know, let's just call it 500. That'll capture everything. See what. Okay, so there is. Wait. Come on, update. Okay, so 552 million hex stake. The starting bids are 390 billion. So we could literally start the bid for every single stake. Wow, that's big time. That's huge. Let's here. Ready to do this. So we're okay. SBF swimming in cat litter, not pussy. Oh my god. I'm torn between my Hedrin and Poly. Yeah, I mean, they're both awesome choices. Tough decision of the bear so far. Well, were you here for the Maxi versus team decision? That was a tough decision. Richard said himself, Cash doesn't buy chicks. Not his voice is beta AF. It'll certainly help. If I had $1 billion, I would put a couple million in my body and appearance, pay for the best physical trainer. Over under a gold key being the exact. Yeah, could be. Could be. No, actually, Sam Bankman-Fried is the executive. Shit. Oh my god. No, I'm not gonna. That'd be stupid. Okay, so let's. SBF lost 13 billion in 24 hours. If I lost 16 billion worth of money, I would relaunch FTX as fucks. I wonder if he cares. Like, I don't know. Like, he may actually not give a shit, to be honest. Okay, so we're gonna say, so label totals. Okay, so we're gonna say, so blank HSIs between blank and blank X principal link to option between so we have how many, and now we're going to say self.text box x.text int of self.text box maximum hex so let's say, so if day 270, so let's say date, so start equals date time dot date 2022 11/13. So start day. So S equals let's see, port date time time, or is it date time dot time delta? Is it date time dot date time? Date time dot time delta. Whatever. Let's see. It's a time dot time delta days equals So it's going to be self.text box in launch text. And that's 270. Start plus E equals so if that's the start, so the start day, E is going to be S plus date time dot time delta days equals self.text box max text box max launch dot text minus text box min launch dot text. See if that works. Okay, we're doing strftime. Right, so e.strf or s strftime %m %b %big Y e.strftime m slash percent I. See if that works. Let's also see what's going on with this. What ideas are in the running for the giveaway, and how do you pick random? I haven't looked at it yet, so I'll just randomly select a winner. SPF looks like the kind of guy who would expose himself in an all genders path. SPF looks like the guy that's been working at the video rental store since 1996. Ah, 260s today. SBF looks like What is SPF? Let's do a roast of SPF. Okay, one, I think he looks like Lonzo Ball. He looks like old school Lonzo Ball, big baller brand. Red. Here, so how do you do like a race background image Google Slides? Sam, big baller bank. Sam, big baller brand. No, what's funnier, big baller bank. Oh Lord, what are we getting ourselves into? He's released the beast of it on every stick all at once. That is mystery. Good meme right there. What chance? Nicely said. Plenty feature now to min did every stake. Oh yeah, before we got distracted with that. So we wanted to look at all of them over 1,000. It's kind of stupid to do anything, and then we'll just do like 270 to 400 to capture. Let's do like the 600 just to capture everything. Imagine contemplating a loss of $15 billion. Thought I saw something. Seeing the code pass on, I feel like I want to get back into development. It seems satisfying building things people use better for in their daily lives. Yes, it is very rewarding. And it is quite fun. This fight breaks out between SPF and Mashinki, who wins. I could see SPF wielding some type of sword. Like, I studied the blade. While you were partying, I studied the blade. When you're having premarital sex, I mastered the blockchain. While you wasted your days at the gym in pursuit of vanity, I cultivated inner strength. And now that the world is on fire and the barbarians are at the gate, you have the audacity to come to me for help. I could see him showing up with something like that. The executor wins all the 10x auctions. It's like poly going up 10x. Not necessarily. Let's take a look. So, oh wait, we didn't answer the original question we had. How many for basically all of them? Okay, so so this is for all of these, and so the starting bid is 390 million. Let's tweet this. So he asks about the bonuses. So why don't we just look at the bonuses? Let's check our math on the bonuses. Because these numbers being, let's see what that is for. Yeah, because the bonuses are going to require larger ones. So basically, the Hedrin mintable is like when we just compare the value of it. So here, let's see this. So this one, for instance, right here has it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do a 10x bonus. So 436 million Hedrin mintable. And then this one is worth $500 million Hedrin, right? Times 10 to the 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this number followed by 3 zeros. So 3 zeros, 1,595. So, it could be, they do have substantial value captured in their Hedrin, which could be beneficial for this one. But it's not that it goes 10x. I guess right there, it shows that it increases it almost by 2x, which is good. But this is the principal value. So maybe the market prices in the 10x that it may win to some degree, but who knows what it'll be. Very rarely do like the 10x this, like rarely does it like apply 10x to something else. Please speak to a poly premium versus discount. Yeah, this can be crazy, because if you the regular perpetual pools, it's already hard to determine what to classify as the benchmark to measure premium or discount against. But with poly, it's even harder because it's Hedrin in, but then hex, Hedrin in, Icosa out. So I would not be surprised if poly was massively volatile and crazy because it's pricing in the value of all those assets, which could be seasonal on their own accord. So hit those like buttons. I just heard Alameda Research bought up 70% of USDT Tether. The rats are on the move. See my retweet. I wonder what they're going to do with it. Can you speak to anticipated poly liquidity? I'm thinking poly liquidity will be at least 1 million at least, right? Because that's what it's been raised now. I don't know. I mean, I think that there's probably going to be a lot of ongoing demand. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the liquidity that was introduced to the pool was done so through buyers, actually. Because it may actually be a pretty tough thing to provide liquidity for, because it could be crazy price-wise. Where can we donate to caffeine shots, the water the executive needs to this upcoming marathon? To do that, Hexbug, go to wtFTX. That's Gucci, Richard's purses. On Twitter, Polymesh Network is trying to use P emoji for their security coin. Yeah, fuck Polymesh. Would be interested to see a chart tracking the amount of Hex 555s that have been locked up by Maximus Necklace over time one day. Well, it's going to be one maxi. I'm really not in any type of rush to make more max length stake pools. I think that enough Hex has been max length stake at this point. And it's like the crowded trade. It's like all the like the peanut gallery plebs all do that trade. So you want to do something that they are not all doing. That's why I like Lucky so much, because I think that 2555 is the best length. So I'm probably not in a rush to make more max length stakes. Big baller bacon. If I was SPF and all this, I'd shave my head. I'd shave my ass and walk backwards. And check into a monastery in Greece for a year. Or a kibbutz in Israel. Jail tattoos be his next investment. Man, gas has been high all day yesterday. Let's see what it's been. Let's take a look at Etherscan. I guess it's low now. Fucking Chen. That's so funny. SPF some broke fool. You have to go. Don't drop the soap. wtFTX. Poly on discount, is it? Let's see. Oh wow, it is. Let's do the invert. Let's just switch the price of Poly. Then we'll switch to invert the pair. Yeah, who's that dumbass that mints $1 billion Hedrin and then sells it? Let's see. OX Primus study. Okay, well, they have 200k USDC, so that's good. Let's see what else they have. Oh, looks like they have some liquidity positions and some other bullshit. A little bit of poly water. Nice. Yeah, I wonder why they sold. Some people are just compulsive. It's like they'll, like, I mean, this may be a good example. Like, it's like you look at all these transactions and you're like, what are they actually accomplishing? Like, when I made it so that I'm nowhere near my crypto stuff, mainly for like security reasons, but it's like my performance drastically improved. Just like no bullshit trading. I want to buy some Trio. Oh yeah. It's so weird that that's not working. So let's see if we can figure this out. That is so weird. Trying to pull that information in. So I guess that means that I need to just import as a dependency. And I can use that. It's callables, so it's not the worst. Select the dependency. We're going to select portfolio, Maximus portfolio, Maximus underscore portfolio. You should just be able to call it now. So I wonder what that's called. Get poly data. Yep. Can you explain the backing on Max portfolio? Yeah, so that's the principal plus the yield to date. Nice. There we go. Okay. It's all Chen's fault. Fuck Poly. Yeah, that's right. Fuck Poly. SPF CIA. Sure, it'd be nice if the density discount is unreal. What is it? Yeah, we'll look later. I think Pulse Chain is launching soon because validators spin down their gear. Well, they're spinning it down because now it's worthless. Like all their setup for that, whatever the chain was supposed to be, is now not how it's going to be. So the backing value is more or less the value when each of the token when the stake ends. No, it's the value to date. So it doesn't include the future earnings, but it calculates in the present earnings. What's the SC count? I mean, it kind of makes sense. So we definitely got spoiled on the maxi premium, like for sure. And then with the team launch, that introduced a whole other dynamic to it. And most people that were minting maxi were just minting it as an alternative staking. Since like everyone was going for like that DeFi flip trade, I meant no one could capture it because too many people were trying for it. So since that trade was invalidated, those people dumped. Because DeFi in the pools attracted like a much more speculative group of users than maxi. My gas fees are solved now with perpetuals. Fuck that, Chen. Yeah, fuck Chen. I think poly are the highest premium. Yeah, I definitely could because it's backed by the most variety. It's backed by a variety of stuff. So it definitely could. So if poly wins less than the value it's raised, so that seems negative market my time. Yeah, for sure. Like, what if the executor was to buy the smallest HSI with all of the budget? Then the value would be down 85%. So that absolutely could happen. That'd be funny. What's the harm of catching the poly dip? Well, if it nukes because it's only worth, like, because the executor bid so poorly, then that might be a hard dip to catch. But in terms of buying the poly dip now, you would get 2.5% more poly than minting. Damn, maybe that's what is going on. Maybe competing minter or competing people that want to compete in the auctions are trying to make it so that people can just buy more poly, just buy their poly, so that they stop minting new poly. Wow, I hadn't thought of that. Globetrotter says be fucking ruthless. That's right. What size whale would we be in the Hedrin pool with 15% of the poly pool at the moment? Let's see. So what's 473 minus 397? 176 billion. So 176, 123, 123 divided by 112, 123, 123, 123 would be millions, billion. Wow, we may have broken that. Let's see. I posted a pro. So 0.01 of the Hedrin supply. Wow, we actually broke Shark. Look at that. The 176, right? Let's check the math. So 176 times 10 to the 9 divided by 112, 123 times 10 to the 9. Yep. Wow, look at that. So we are now at the 15%. Let's tweet it out. the Hedrin staking budget, the poly.maximus Hedrin staking budget is now 176B, which puts us in shark territory for 15% bigger pays better bonus potential. On supply versus Hedrin yield. Hedrin added. Stake. Even that alone would be a massive success. 176 billion Hedrin staking pool. X Love says you're one amazing guy to have the moxie it takes to bring to compete so confidently. Big brain. Thank you. To have the moxie. What does moxie mean? Oh, that's a cool word. Force of character, determination, or nerve. Yeah, man, I love competing. Love competing, love creating, love educating. And I manage like I'm fun. Oh yeah, shark mode. I agree, that's what I've always said. If the pool doesn't grab them any exercise stakes, yield max is huge. Yeah, literally. The executor could literally just do nothing and just simply stake it, and it would still be a raging success. That's the funny thing. Is it like there's not even like pressure to win. Like if the bidding is so competitive that it just goes so high, the executor could just make the choice, say, we're staking this shit, and it will be so. We'll hit 250 billion for staking at least. Most won't see the discount. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see where we stack up amongst the other guys. I added on it just like Coast said. I'd enable that up. The ability to face difficulty with spirit and courage. That is really cool. That's an awesome compliment. Thank you so much. Describes your personality perfectly. Thank you. That's funny. Even my mom, like she'd always, like my mom's always loved watching me compete. It's pretty funny. My mom, she's like has like an anon account out there, just watching on, and she's always said that like since I was a kid, I was just like not afraid of anything. Like I was like a toddler and I would just run straight into the pool. That's more like Moxie. Moxie. Okay, so we have the stake amount. Let's see where it stacks us up. I guess someone is called a moxymoron. It's a compliment, then who knows? I think oxymoron is the term. The Hedrin pool with poly, then stake the Echo sealed and Echo pool. No, well, the contract's already done and it has no ICOSA staking. It just accumulates it, just builds it up. Maybe the people that want to can then syndicate together. Yeah, well, I mean, we are providing massive price support to ICOSA through this. Poly.maximus is providing massive price support to ICOSA by not minting ICOSA with the HSIs and by not collecting the ICOSA yield from the Hedrin stake until 15 years from now. Our gift to you guys. Oh my God, are we now the largest? 176 billion? Oh my God, guys, right? Holy shit. Poly.maximus is now the largest Hedrin stake in the ICOSA system. With 26 billion staked on November 13th. Join this historic stake pool at poly.maximus.cash. And maximize Hedrin staking yield. Poly. What age would you be happy to retire at, DC? I mean, I kind of feel like I'm already retired in a way. Like, you know, while I do have my like income producing activities, I mainly get to just do what I want anyways. So it's quite nice. But probably once I have kids to look after and teach, and like that'll probably be my life focus at that point. All jokes aside, I do compliment you as a Hex Love said, true definition, you're a great buddy. I know it sucks at times, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, I really appreciate your kind words, and I love seeing you in the chat. It helps me when people are watching. Fair enough, we can't take over all the ecosystem. I'll use your apparel making interesting yield forming deal. Can see them performing well in tandem with minor permanent loss. Yeah, they're both good to have. I was on the phone for 20 minutes. We're just going to watch it all in, but just get back up and say, did you answer the fist fight between SPF and Shinsky? Yeah, I said that. I said that Sam would probably come out with like a fucking katana sword and fucking slice Mashinsky's head off or something. Yeah, put the sword down. Why isn't Hex so much more bullish coin than Hedrin since Hex is less supply and loads of it locked up? I mean, I think Hex is way more bullish than Hedrin. But also, like, Hedrin being a new thing has, you know, maybe a little less overhead, but also at the same time, the people that got the most Hedrin are the people that have the most Hex. And so, I don't know. It's a lot of the active supply is like front loaded in very active sellers. So that's probably the only short-term downside. But I mean, Hedrin does get more scarce every day. Congratulations to Poly. Could the executor sell some Poly by you for more gas if needed? Well, the executor doesn't get any Poly. The executor, for very specific reasons, the executor gets no Poly. The executor could buy Poly with ETH, and the executor could buy Hedrin. The executor could buy Hedrin and send it to the Poly contract and not mint Poly, but just make the bidding budget larger. He's probably prepared to Hex, so that's the way I see it. Alright, you guys. It's getting late. I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you all. We had an awesome time today. 474 billion Poly minted. Almost 400 billion in the bidding budget. We're on a roll, you guys. This is awesome. Will Hex completely break through gatekeeping next bull run, or will FUD continue through years? I think that now is the time where we're going to break through. All the people FUDding are fucking insolvent. Like we're the only ones left. We're the only ones still in the game. Good night, y'all. Alright, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.